Thank you, Adelina. I'd like to now go to Ed. Ed evaluated Scott Auchmoody's speech. Ed, take it away.
Yay, Scott. I have to tell you, I've heard a lot of speeches by Scott, and this is probably the best I've heard. I really, really enjoyed the speech. If you look at the objectives, you couldn't have hit them any better. Just to remind those that you listened, that I recited for you, overcome resistance with a new idea and show them. And you showed them with a story. You hit every one of those concepts on the head. Very few speeches do that, by the way. When you told this speech, you did it with a story about the gorillas, and it was a powerful story. Actually, we communicate so much with stories about us, about what we hope to change, and your story really resonated with what you were trying to do. Everyone should do that. You know, if you give an educational speech, and this was sort of an educational speech, you want to do what they call the 3 E's, right? You want to educate people with a thought, what you're trying to get them to do. You want to give examples, and you want to entertain. And you did all this with the story of the gorillas. How wonderful. If we could all find a great story, we could take that with us. A couple of suggestions you might want to think about. You spent time in the beginning setting the situation up. You had someone read your introduction. Why not have them set it up in the introduction and then go right into you being there as the boss? Have them set it up, and then you go right in your story and draw them in. And as you go into that story, set it up in such a way that and they can also do an introduction, that people will visualize you standing there. They will see it, they will feel it, they will hear it. As much of the senses you can get involved. You're standing in a factory that may be closing, you're looking at all these people, have them set it up, or have you set it up, and you've now brought the people in emotionally in all so many ways. So try and do that with the introduction. The reason I say this was such an amazing story, and the way you told it, and how great this speech was, because every wonderful speech has a takeaway that people remember. I'll bet many people here, when they're laying at home in bed and they're thinking about, what did I do today? They're going to remember Toastmasters, and they're going to think about your speech and that story of the gorilla and how they now view the world differently. Isn't that what we're all trying to do, is make an impact and a purpose for people? And I think you did an amazing job. So thank you, Scott. I'm looking forward to many more.
Thank you, Ed.
Scott.
I'd like to now